Hello, and welcome to the fifth episode of the book experience. So, today I'll be talking about Henry James, The Beast in the Jungle. So, how did I procure this book? It's a very small book, as you can see. It's very small in size, and it's about, I'd say, less than 100 pages, right? It's like a 70-page book, very small. I had procured it as part of 35 books that I had bought second hand when I was staying in Navi Mumbai. There was an online library I used to subscribe to, and then they went belly up at one point in time. So they were selling out the books at a heavily discounted price. So I jumped in on that offer, and I ended up buying 30 to 35 books. This was one of them. So I eventually read it 2 years after I bought it. So I read it, I think, earlier this year. I was sorting out the books and this came through. It looked like a small one. I liked the premise and I read it. So this is a classic novel, again, novella. It's very small, and it is about a man. The protagonist's name is John Marcher, and he has been hounded all his life by this presentiment, right? Something catastrophic is going to happen to him. He doesn't know what is the nature of that event. He doesn't know whether it will end up killing him or altering his world in some other way. He realizes it is catastrophic in nature, and he's fairly sure that it's going to happen. So that's the premise of the novel. And along the way, he finds somebody to confide in. It's a friend he makes, Mary Bertram, and she sort of, she's his confidant. She knows that this is a man who is hounded by that fear. His life is ruled by that fear, right? And so she's his confidant, and um, then basically what happens, right? What is the nature of this beast in the jungle, so to say, right? Which could which would pounce on him at some point in time. That's what is the book's climax. And I wouldn't give it away. I mean, my own reaction, because this is my book experience. This is in no way a review of the book. I'm not qualified to review a book of this caliber, but I think my impression had been that slightly dampened by what the beast was. But then again, what I really related to in this book is this feeling, right? I think what drew me to this book was this constant worry, this constant fear about something that will happen, right? uh, I'm not sure, I'm hoping there aren't too many of you in this audience, but at least I have been somebody who has been plagued by anxiety. I have a clinical diagnosis from like 3 years back, but I think I've been anxious all my life, even since I was a kid. So for somebody who has lived with anxiety, this is a feeling, right? And the articulation of that, right? Because it comes and goes in the novel, how the author articulates that beast in the jungle, this constant fear and worry of something that will pounce on you and will change your life, is something that I could really relate to, right? So that was my takeaway from the book, and which is why I enjoyed reading it, although the end mm, might be a dampener for some. But I think that's what I took away from the book. And yeah, I think it's a small book, well worth a try. And Henry James did write a lot of occult and sort of spooky writing. That has been one of his genres. But this has that kind of, how do I, haunted feel about the book. It's just that it's not a ghost that is haunting the man, right? And I realize, I mean, given some of us with anxiety, we would understand, right? Sometimes we know the nature of the beast, but I can truly relate to this gentleman who didn't even know that, right? He knows something is going to happen. um, and I think there is possibly no one to whom no such catastrophe has happened, right? It if it hasn't, it will. That's the nature of life. And so this gentleman, not being able to know what that beast is, right, and yet having his life ruled by that, is his tragedy. as you will see at the end of the novel. But yeah, I think this is a small book. People who love classics, not too complicated language, simple language, but great literature, I think. What the try. So I mean, if you're reading this, let me know. If you have any suggestions on the book experience, let me know. Just a quick call out to one of my good friends, Ritik Das, who actually, you know, suggested that I should put a tag to the book experiences, so that if somebody goes through one and is willing to see the others, they can quickly find out the others. So I've started tagging it with my book experience. So do check this out. Do check out my earlier book experiences and let me know what you think. Thank you and have a good day.